for the next portion, I, like I said I was going to do, I'm going to rank all the Mega Pokemon from Legend ZA, and I'm definitely gonna do it. Like I said, I'm gonna do it, and we're doing it, so it's gonna do it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be done. I'm doing it. I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now. Has to happen exactly. Okay. So where's the where's that at? Where's the I'm trying to look for that. Ah, it was just here, wasn't it? There we go. Boom. We're just gonna have that, in the background a little bit. There we go. It's good enough. And just in case, I had to make sure, I had it set up already. Boom. So we're just gonna. Do I really even need to go and change? I don't feel like I need to go ahead and really change, honestly. We could just keep it right there, but you know what? We're just gonna add some personal flair. We're gonna go top to top. You know what? How about we Z rank? This is Z right here, right? And then we're gonna add a new one though. How do I do that? We're gonna add a row below. We're gonna add a row below. I'm gonna put it right there. Not gonna name it D. I'm gonna name it Mega Starmie. Because that is the fucking worst Mega I've seen. That's terrible. That shit is garbage. Did I change that? Whoa. What's all this new shit? I need to delete all that. So we have top of the top, we have Z, we have A, B, C, and then we have Mega Starmie. Actually, I feel like we do need D. Sometimes, no. We'll see. But just to go ahead and put that off the way, you get that ugly ass piece of shit there. Mega Starmie, I even with like the inspiration behind it from that, like, everyone's like, it's got inspiration based from like a very old Japanese show and such. That shit is so fucking bad. Like I said, they went ahead and stretched Starmie up. They had a regular PNG of Starmie, right? And then what they decided to do, let's actually do that. Let's download a image of Starmie. This is what they did, unfortunately, to Starmie. And like the craziest thing is, like, we had so many fan versions of just like Starmie, so many versions of, like, Mega Starmie. They could have dead ass just, even if they had the simplistic version of going ahead and just giving it, oh, why don't we just go ahead and I don't know, let's go ahead and add a third star. They could have added a third star. Would I have been mad about that? No. It would have been lazy, sure, but I wouldn't have been mad about that, because it's crazy how they would still go ahead and like why? Okay. Got Microsoft Paint? I do got Microsoft Paint. I mean, I would hope so, right? Ah, that's crazy. I gotta download it. You don't need all that. Whoops, wrong shit. I'm trying to remember a site. Just type Paint. You serious? Just type Paint. Hey man, I'm not a computer guy. There we go. You're right. It was good, Milk. Thanks. It's always good to know we got some real people here. I'm not a PC guy. Listen, I'm a console guy. All right. How do I import? There we go. Fucked up and finding paint. When's the last time you actually opened paint? Right now. When's the last time you opened up paint? Like casually, when's the last time you opened up paint? Nobody. Yesterday, you being dead ass. All right, you know the difference is like you do art and shit like that. So like, yeah, sure, why not? we could say that for you, right? Okay, so boom. Here's what they did for Starmie, right? Here's what they did for Mega Starmie. That's it. I'm so dead ass. That's it. And they said, "Fuck it, hold on. We gotta make it more. We gotta make it more skinny." There we go. That's Mega Starmie right there. Whoops. I'm just closing that. I don't want to fucking save that shit. Why'd I open up another one too? They removed the second star. Nah, the second star is still there. It's just smaller. They made the first one longer. It's still there and everything. It's still there in the back. Do you know the inspiration behind it? Like from that one Japanese show and everything. And it was like, shit is just so fucking bad, man. I won't lie though. The boss fight against it was also trash. You thought I was gonna go ahead and say like it was actually better. No, it's not. It just ran around. That really was a boss fight. But I will say this: the memes that have come out of it is amazing. Listen, I don't know if anyone that knows about close combat and shit like that, but that's like a Pokemon fighting game. That's it's web based. Creators of close combat, I urge you, we need Mega Starmie in the game. Put Mega Starmie in the game. Need him bad. Memes of Durst Traps Auto Summon. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I did see like one I saw like one like clip of a fucking Starmie, and it's like the ass is just like big. It's like super big, and it's just like sashaying down a rope. I mean a carpet and shit like that. Do I have that? Let's see. I might just be cooked. I might just be cooked. Hold on. I gotta make sure that Mega Starmie on the runway, that's literally what it is. This is the shit that pops up my feed. Yeah, it's Mega Starmie on the right. This is the Durst Trap you're talking about. This not crazy? Why is Starmie ass so fat? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. But that does not change his position. That shit is still on the bottom. It's still trash. Next is Mega Dragonite. And remember, at the end of the day, this is all my opinion. This is all my opinion. You know, you might agree with me, you might not agree with me, and shit like that. Whatever. Mega Dragonite. Personally, I think I'll have to go A. It's not the best, but I really do like it. And I know it's controversial because a lot of people wanted it, to be more in the vein on Dragonair part and all that, but we gotta remember, you just gotta go ahead and push that to the, obviously they did not want to do that. They just didn't want to go and do that. Do I agree that the wings should have been ahead on the back and everything? Cool. And it could have had more wings on the top. It could have had the whole Seraphim kind of deal going on with multiple angelic wings. But I'm still fine with this. I feel like it's a good thing for Dragonite to have. And also, after how many years, we finally got the Dragonite thing going on for ourselves. It finally happened. So I actually really do like the design. I don't think it's the greatest. Of course, it's not top of the top, but it's solid. It's good solid. Mega Dragonite. What Starmie even gotta ask for? Hey, Starmie on that. and Mega Dragonite in the Starmie tier? Nah, I'm sorry. How? Like, I can't. I feel like it's proper. It's fitting for it. It really is fitting for it. We gotta remember, when it comes to Dragonite itself, Dragonite was never supposed to be like the super edgy, super cool looking dragon. It was always a derpy looking dragon. If not derpy, then it's just like kind of majestic in a sense as well, you know? The only time we had a kind of uber, kind of edgy Dragonite is if you watch the anime, and that was like what? I think it was Iris. It was Iris's Dragonite who literally was just like super serious, and you know, like every other Dragonite we've seen is just always like, I wouldn't say like more so dopey, but like derpy anyways. It's more so like your casual, you know, carefree and like more soft and such. All right, next is Mega Meganium or Meganium, as some people say. Yeah, this shit go C. I'll be honest. This shit belongs to C. They could have done anything. They could have done anything else for Meganium, and all they did was just give it more profound flowers on its neck. It's a reason why Chikorita is perhaps considered the worst starter ever, especially with the whole evolution line and everything. Meganium does not help. Mega Meganium does not help that. You would think like Mega Meganium would go ahead and actually try to like get some justice back, get something up there for itself. It didn't do anything. Problem is the same. Starmie, let's take this, zoom in on the wings, make this big, and go ahead and ship it. I feel what you mean. Yeah, a lot of, like I said, that's definitely a valid complaint. But once again, I still feel like it's within the same it's within the same aspect, because if we go down the previous lines, you know, the previous lines, like, you know, Dragonair and Dratini, what do we see on Dragonair's ears? We see the wings, right? We see the wings for ears and such. So what they did was just go ahead and incorporate the idea to Dragonite, because of course when it comes to Dragonite and Dratini, it's like, where's the missing link, right? Where's the missing link? They just like skip off everything. So this way Dragonite goes ahead, Mega Dragonite goes ahead and just completes that link in a sense and such. Nah, but I feel like it's good. Mega Feraligatr, I'm not gonna lie, it's a B. It could have been an A, but unfortunately I do agree with a lot of people that it really looks like it's just a toilet seat cover. I really love how, like, you know, when it's like everything's closed up, it's a big ass Totodile. That I forgot what it's called. Like, I think it's called Gaussian mimicry or some shit like that. That part is amazing. I love it. It just looks so cool. So unfortunately, I saw it leaked and everything, but like with most leaks, I was just trying to scroll fast, so I didn't really see get like a good picture of it and everything. But whoa, excuse me, sorry. I definitely do love this, but once again, I agree with a lot of people's opinion that if it was like at least, you know, at least a little hunched over to the point where, you know, we can see more of that instead of it just like the whole thing just coming out in the animation, so it doesn't look like just a toilet seat cover or just the back cover. It would have been better. I would have put it in a Z. All they had to do was just not make a hoodie, just make it attached to the head. Literally, they could have went ahead and did that, honestly. Instead of it just going ahead and making it every animation, especially if you're doing only special attacks, it's not gonna come out. Only like this animation really comes out to see like the full extent of Mega Feraligatr when you're doing physical attacks. And of course, when I was playing in my run, I definitely had Feraligatr doing a whole bunch of physical attacks regardless. But even then, it still could have been better. But overall, I'm kind of glad Feraligatr did get a Mega. So we're super close. We're close to almost every gen having a Mega Pokemon. Every gen started having Megas and shit like that, because it seems like that's what they're going on now. They're going ahead and making sure that Megas are they're making it standard. Z Crystals, Mega, Terrestrialization, and Gigantamax, that's Dynamax. That's honestly the standard, and I'm possibly thinking that like they're just gonna go ahead like switch from gimmick to gimmick. They're gonna go ahead and rotate in that order until they feel like they need to go ahead and make a new one. I'm pretty sure we're not gonna get a new gimmick for a little while. Next is Mega Skarmory. Honestly, this is why I was saying this has to be D tier, because I feel like this is even worse. This is honestly even worse. I am so dead ass. Holy. That's D. Mega Skarmory is such a disappointment. So, so much of a disappointment. And this was luckily one of the megas that I didn't have to go and see leaked. I think I did a little bit, but I was like, oh, okay, it's just a large Skarmory. I don't see too much of it. And I was expecting more. I was so much expecting more. The fact that they had Skarmory Gen 2, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought was Gen 3. I know I'm not the only one. A lot of people thought Skarmory was a Gen 3 Pokemon. For it to go ahead and get this such subpar of a Mega is so terrible. Like, why? The only difference that it gets is longer feet and a few more crests to his head. And its wings. How do you go from one, like, Skarmory itself is a cool ass Pokemon. It really is. It's a steel bird. It's a steel bird. And just like the way they animated it from all the different gens, always been so good. I think my favorite sprite of it, pretty sure it was like Gen 5, where it's just like tilting its wings up and down and such. Like, and you see it like kind of got like a little wave effect going on. That's so cool. Once again, I'm not the biggest Starmie fan, but I understand it's still a cool Pokemon nonetheless. So for them to go ahead and just give this such a terrible Mega is annoying. And what's the biggest difference that it really has aside from that? Oh, its eyes are red. Whoop-de-doo. That's all it gets. Whoop-de-doo. Next, Mega Clefable. I'm not too sure what to put it, honestly. I wasn't expecting Mega Clefable to go ahead, and I just wasn't expecting Clefable to go ahead and get a Mega at all, honestly. I'll be honest. I don't think that was going to be the one for it. But I was expecting Wigglytuff to go ahead and get a Mega before it. Even though, of course, with Jigglypuff, he just got Screamtail, the Paradox version and such. But even then, I did expect Clefable to go ahead and get that. And I feel like I have to put it in B. A familiar shapes or just generic 3D shape with some extras. Yeah, I could see that. Most of the Megas definitely didn't hit. There are definitely some real few good ones, but most of the Megas didn't hit. And I really want to know what's the deal with the head? What's the deal with the little headpiece, right? When I saw that, I was like, Smeargle? Why I got the, you feel me? Why I got the Smeargle head? What's going on here? But I feel like it's still a B. It's pretty good, nonetheless. I like it. I don't love it, but I like it. I'm just absolutely shocked that it got a Mega, and like what the Pokedex says for it, like it's able to go ahead and control gravity and such. I wish they went ahead and leaned a little more into like the whole alien aspect instead of just doing this, because the fairy, like, course, but we gotta always remember, Clefairy, Clefable, they weren't fairies at the start. The typings have changed, sure, but we don't need to go ahead and just interject like, oh, you're a fairy now? That's it. Here's your fairy part. Here's your fairy portion and shit like that. You feel me? Here, you are a fairy. Your Mega's a fairy. Why didn't they go ahead and expand on the lore on it being an alien from the moon? They could have done that. They could have definitely done that. What Pokemon is this? This is Clefable. That is Mega Clefable right there. Next one. And the next one is definitely Z. There's no question about it. Mega Frostlass, that's crazy how like her face is not even there. Mega Frostlass is top. They went ahead. It's an alien from the moon, but it was always a fairy. That's the fairy Pokemon. I mean, yeah, of course, it's a fairy in the Pokedex and such, and that's like the title of it and everything. But even then, like the established lore, not only from the Pokedex, not only from the anime, from the games itself and everything, I wanted a little more representation. I definitely enjoyed that the aspect that they went ahead and gave into what was it? Like the whole gravity portion. That's what makes it from a B to C to me. Because not only does it go ahead and actually we get something for Clefable out there. How many years? We finally get like more, implication of what it can do with the moon. Welcome back. But going back to Mega Frostlass, once again, you can't see your head and shit like that. Amazing. When you got Mega Glalie, it was like, oh, cool. I was actually a fan of Mega Glalie, I ain't gonna lie. And I enjoyed like the whole Pokedex and Hein and everything. But Mega Frostlass, oh my god. Actually, we need a full, because we can't see the head. We need a full image. We need a full image of that. This is crazy. This is really crazy to think of. Honestly. I was just looking for the image, but okay. Look at that. Oh my god. If you didn't know by now, Frostlass is based off the Yuki Onna mythology from Japan, Japanese mythology and such. So, for them to go ahead and go a step above and just make this 10 times better, this is one of the best ones. You have some notes for the design? This definitely top Z. Let's hear it, Milk. What are some notes? I really like Mega Frostlass. It's a shame the shiny isn't that great, but so is the regular shiny for Frostlass. But they did really great on this one. Like I said, first Z, no question to ask. Next is Emboar. Now, honestly, I would have went ahead, like, if Feraligatr wasn't here, or Totodile wasn't here, I would have chose Tepig, because it's Gen 5 do or die type of, you feel me? Like, come on, that's my favorite gen. So I would have chose that, but the last time I had a Totodile was honestly in Pokemon Crystal, all those years ago. Though we should cover the separation between the model and the texture. Okay. Mega Emboar. Honestly, I feel like it's cool. Like, unfortunately, Emboar itself it had to go ahead and catch the flack of being the third fire fighting starter in a row, and this was the time where we deadass thought it was like, come on, man. So are we about to just get fire fighting for the rest of our lives now? So it unfortunately just had that flack towards it, but I enjoyed the design of it. I enjoy, like the whole little ponytail it gets. And in the dex, it's going to say it has like a serpentine-like spear. So I like how they kind of reference Superior, just a little bit. It's not a crazy reference, but just kind of serpentine. Like hey, he's having some having some not resemblance, but some honor for his generation and such. Every Gen 5 starter is a good ass design. Absolutely, I fully agree. Gen 5, this is one of the reasons why Gen 5 is one of my favorite ones, because not only was it essentially, it was a soft reboot of the Pokemon games in general, but I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed the designs for it. We finally got some things that was like completely different, but I understand not everyone liked this, so which is why it's still one of the lowest selling games in the series, even though now there's a whole history revitalization. Everyone's rewriting history and say Gen 5 was always good. That's why I'm confused, and y'all was not here from the beginning. But I digress. I could go ahead and do a whole different video on that. So I'm gonna put it though. I'm gonna put it in A. There's a tiny bias for Gen 5, tiny bias, and that's why he's top. But yeah, he belongs there. You definitely had to defend Gen 5 so hard, man. Like, and that was before that was like when I was younger. That was before when I was like, man, I don't really care to go ahead and defend the game. If people don't like it, they don't like it. I was on everything. I was on YouTube comments. I was on everything. I was defending Gen 5 with my life, like it was my baby. You feel me? It was like my baby. Like, no, you're not talking about my favorite generation like that. Most of these games was they wasn't there, man. We all know that. They was not there Dance to the Black City. They was not there to the Open Lit City, going ahead and seeing like, oh man, damn, this man got a keytar. They wasn't there during the White Forest. They wasn't there with an Open Lit City when there's the past and the futuristic versions in black and white. They wasn't there when we was able to go ahead and play that kind of multiplayer function where the whole world just turned like black and white literally, and they wasn't there for a dream function. Let's move on. Mega Excadrill. Yeah, it's a C. There's no question about it. Unfortunately, man, that shit just look ass. It look ass. I'll be honest. I feel like honestly, I feel like it has to be D. No, 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 no. It's above because with the reason why I have Mega Skarmory in D is because what did they change, right? What did they really change? But for Mega Excadrill, like what more can you do for him, right? He's a drill, he's a mole. You know they did something. It's not the best, and it's not the worst. It's not Mega Starmie, but it's unremarkable. I'll be honest. It's just unremarkable. Honestly, in my personal opinion. I don't really have anything else to say for it. Honestly, Mega Scolipede. Um, I'll be honest. Is there really a difference? Like, really? Is there really like that much of a difference? Like, let me go ahead and get like a full image of it. I know we still have a full image there, but Mega Scolipede just gets some plate armor. That's it. It just gets plate armor. That is it. And look at the designs we could have, right? The designs that could have went crazy. That's a little too much. I don't know what they would think with that. That's like I don't know what that is. But like minimalistic and all that. Like that would have been like more of representation of like Whirlipede as well. You feel me? And I would appreciate that. But this one, um, why is it taking me to X? I don't know. Like I said, just get some frontal armor. That's it. Then like a little more design patterns and all that. I'm not. I don't. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't really see like what really makes it great and all that. And I don't know like if anyone else like. I have to see if anyone else did a tier list. But honestly, I feel like it's C. It's not terrible. Once again, it's a few differences to go ahead and attempt to make it different and shit. But like you look at Mega Scolipede and you look at the others, like what was done here? Mega Scrafty. This was one of the ones that I knew was like leaked a long time ago. But I was always wanting to know what the design was, and of course, you know, you're gonna have corny people going in, you know, just having their corny jokes and everything about it. But and for the longest, I thought like the leaked version was the one that was actually through, and I was like, please don't tell me that's how it's gonna look, please, because I really like Scrafty as a Pokemon. But this Scrafty, I ain't gonna lie, it got some sauce. It got some sauce. It ain't Z tier, but it got some sauce. You feel me? Scrafty always had sauce though. But yeah, Scrafty now, like the way, you know, like he just like positioned and shit like that and everything. Like the crest actually, like he has get more crest or not. I think the crest grow bigger on the top of his head as well. And it's just like the whole movement that he has. Like, if you ever thought of someone who's nonchalant, Scrafty is nonchalant. You feel me? Scrafty is already nonchalant, but now this, he's a nonchalant dreadhead. He's A. I definitely say A. Mega Electros. When I first saw that, I luckily did not get to see that leak. When I saw this, I was like, oh my god, this shit is so cool. This shit is so cool. Why is he cool? Because not only the design, but oh my god, just the when like I didn't even know because I just saw like design. But then when I read the Pokédex, finally got it myself, I was like, holy shit! Like those, like the arms are just they're made out of mucus, but they resemble Tempo, and that is so dope. That's what I love to see. I love to see like callbacks and things like that, and like just not only callbacks, but just like, you know, creative ways to go ahead and use a Pokemon design. So Mega Electros, man, that when I saw it, I was like, holy shit, it's a Z. He's Z. He definitely Z. Mega Chandelure. I'll be honest. I don't hate it. What more can you do to a chandelier? What more? There's nothing else you could do to a chandelier. So what they decided to do was just make it a bigger chandelier. And I like how in the decks apparently now that one of his eyes peered into like the underworld and shit, you know. So I guess some little flavor text and everything, but yeah, I feel like it's a B. So I wouldn't say it's an A, but it's definitely not a C where you go in and see primarily a difference and shit. But once again, it's a chandelier. There's nothing else you could do with a chandelier. Mega Starmie is too much jokes, right? Listen. We just watched the video, so yeah. And also, like I said, Mega Starmie, I really feel like needs to be in a fighting game. So close combat. Hopefully y'all got the idea already, you know? Hopefully that idea is already there. I can see Mega Starmie being a character. They're already going ahead and doing it. They're making it do Guile's kicks and everything. Mega Starmie is a fighter. I would main if close combat added Mega Starmie's character. I would main it. I would main Mega Starmie. I'll be honest. It just looks it looks cool in a fighting game. Does it look great as a Mega? Hell no. But yeah, we're putting Mega Chandelier at B. Mega Delphox. I mean, I'm glad that it actually just sticks to like the witch motive that it has. Like the entire theme of it is a witch. Like if you didn't know, there's a witch, there's a rogue, and then there's Chestnut, who's the where's Chestnut? I don't even have Chestnut here. Oh wow, look at that. I don't even have Chestnut here. I had Chestnut here. What happened? I guess I didn't have it here. But Chestnut is a knight, so like it's the RPG classes and everything, right? So for Mega Delphox though, I'm glad that it goes ahead and like, you know, has some more to do with, like I said, like the more witchy vibe that it was supposed to go and give off and everything. Because when you get at a first glance of regular Delphox, like sure it turns fire psychic, but then everyone look at it like, what? Like there's like, where's the representation of it turning fire and psychic? It just looks like nothing. Bring me back to the Pikachu days. What's good, Ace? The Pikachu days, bro. That's over again. Come on now. But they always still have that if you want. I don't know. Like I was saying, like it leans way more into the witch aspect, and I think it's long gone that Braixen is always gonna be the favorite of that line. Like everyone, when you think of Fennekin, you think of Braixen. You think of that, just that Pokemon primarily. You don't think about Delphox. You think about Braixen just because of who Braixen is. You feel me? So, Mega Delphox, I feel like it's a B. I feel like it's a B. Mega Greninja, I know this is probably going to be a little upsetting for people, but I'm not a fan of it. You know nothing about these new Pokemon? Don't worry, Gramps. We got you. I'm joking. I know you probably stopped like during Gen 3 and everything. That's usually like a lot of stopping point for a lot of people, so don't worry. Don't worry, we'll go ahead and we'll get you onto the brand new Pokemon. Gramps the crazy chill, gang. What's good though, man? Hope you're doing well. Like I said, Mega Greninja is not a favorite. And I mean, Greninja was always a Pokemon I never really cared for. Like everyone, of course, is gonna glaze him. I'm pretty sure he was like the most liked Pokemon for like maybe 2 years in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Banned me on Twitch is wild. That's crazy. Damn, you gotta do that? You like that? Come on. Even then, like, you know, with Mega Greninja, like getting the absolute favoritism of getting the Ash Greninja, while the other two were just the other two Gen 6 are like, obviously, you know, it already started when his hidden ability was Protean, and obviously that already, alright, like, yo, that shot him up 2 years, that shot him up to like, alright, I'm the best out of y'all. No question about it, I'm the best out of the Gen 6 stars, without question. Just because he had Protean, one of the best abilities ever. And now that it came to Mega Ash Greninja, and we actually had Ash Greninja in the game as well, and now his Mega just goes upside down on the Shuriken. That's it. That's it. I don't really see the difference too much. But I feel like because of just his design, his base design, that's like a fault. Because, you know, when sometimes you have a perfect design, you can't just go above that. You know what I mean? and he's just the example of it. He's just the example of someone you can't go above. Unfortunately, it's the truth. The Mega Greninja design itself is already standard mount and already something that a lot of people really love. So what more can you do to it? Excuse me. If you don't want to go ahead and take out that factor of love that people get for it. So now I have to put it in C. Let me go ahead and add so now we're due for Mega Chestnut, and honestly, we're not just gonna put him at D. Of course not, definitely not. I love it. I absolutely love it. Like I said, Greninja is supposed to be like the rogue / ninja. Delphox is like the mage / witch of the RPG series, or like just the RPG theme that we're going with the starter. And then we have the knight. We have the knight, the paladin, and he really does it very well. I absolutely love the design. Kind of like, they got the whole cape going for the aspect of it, just like the different shield and shit. Like, the beard go ahead and get a little more, up there, showing like his season. Like the head crest go ahead turning kind of a crown aspect. I fuck with it. I feel like it's A. It's definitely A. I feel like it's definitely the best out of the Gen 6 Megas. Oh boy. Oh boy. We have Mega Incineroar. Now, I won't lie. At first, I was heavily agreeing, what is this? But even with the inspiration, that's why I feel like a lot of this like kind of messed up, because with these Megas that they design, they really put more effort into, oh, this is inspired by something, rather than, oh, this just looks cool. It doesn't have to be inspired by something. Even after knowing, and I feel like a lot of people don't understand, you can understand that something is inspired by something, and it's still ass. Mega Starmie, we know the inspiration behind it. That shit is dog shit. Mega Pyroar. I said Incineroar. Crucify me now. Mega Pyroar is like, Mega Pyroar is base form without the Mega. Like regular Pyroar is like the main represents, if I'm not mistaken, the main represents the kanji for Fire Blast. So they decided to go ahead and put that even more by putting another Fire Blast on top of Fire Blast, which is why it got the head crest that makes it look goofy. It's still not the greatest, in my opinion. However, I remember I saw like the character Grisham Mega Evolve. Oh no, it wasn't Grisham. It was the other person who was a part of the Team Flare. Spoilers. Who was part of the, you know what I'm looking at. He was part of the Team Flare revival team. And the Mega Pyroar kind of like, it just whipped his hair. I was like, oh shit. Okay, I didn't know it could do that. I thought the hair was just kind of like, it was like stagnant and all that, like it didn't move. But the top part really just like whipped around and shit. That's still not good enough, I'll be honest. But I don't feel like it deserves to be in D with Skarmory. I feel like C. I don't know. It's like between these two. It's like between C and D, I'll be honest. Because of course, aside from that, it's really the same Pokemon. They added an extra hair tuft. It's the same Pokemon. You know what I mean? Yeah, it has to be D. I'm sorry, it has to be D. Alright. We have Mega Floette, and I already have a big gripe when it comes to like the Flabébé line for the most part, because their shinies itself, Flabébé is not shiny. The flower is shiny. Shiny Flabébé. Flabébé itself, I'll repeat that again. Flabébé itself is not shiny. The flower is shiny. So, I guess, of course, if we're gonna go ahead and keep that same concept with Floette and everything else, and Floette gets a different color and all that. But other than that, even then, the Mega, like, what I'm trying to like put that into and everything, what I'm trying to reference that is that because the Mega itself is the flower. The Mega is the flower. Floette doesn't change one bit. It gets connected to the flower gets bigger. It's the flower. Yeah. It's whatever. It's whatever. Mega Floette is whatever. I'm honest, It's whatever, honestly. When you see it in the game, you look at it like, oh, like like just a tense moment that like the near the game finale and everything. We go ahead and think like Floette's gonna go ahead and just be holy. Floette need to be better. Floette's gonna be finally change. Gonna see something crazy, and then it just turns out to the flower is big. You here for the book club? I'm so sorry, drama. We actually just finished off the book. No, thank you so much for the raid though, man. But we finished the book club. We really did finish the book club, unfortunately. So now we're working on a tier list for all the Z Megas. And then we're going to go on to Random Game Sunday. But because it's, it's the week of Halloween, we're going to go ahead and do some spooky games. But thank you so much for the raid, man. How was you doing? It's been some time. I forgot what you were playing. And of course, if you don't know me by now, I am GMG_hippie. I am 1/4. Yes. Not 1/3 no more. I am 1/4 of the GMG organization. And usually I stream whatever that really suits my fancy for the most part. Like right now you see me doing a tier list. But usually I go ahead and play a bunch of games and everything. Sometimes I'm reacting. And just as the title of the stream went ahead and said, sometimes I go ahead and read some books as well that we just went ahead and finished. Unfortunately, it was actually a real good book. This was a really good book, and you go ahead and think like, oh, it's Quan Mills, so the book is gonna be terrible because you just see all the TikToks of like, oh my god, look at all these bullshit ass fucking titles and shit. This book was actually good though. The book name is This Hoe Got Roaches in the Crib, and you go ahead and think like, oh, okay, this is about to be some goofy dumb shit. It is actually a really good serious story. Is that a Mega Leggy in his own tier? Mega Leggy in his own tier for Mega Starmie? Yeah, unfortunately it's not the greatest. What's the name again? I got you. I just have to write down. This Hoe Got Roaches in her crib. He's Glick's other side? I guess, right? I guess you can say that. Alright. Next is, Mega... Damn, I forgot the name. Malamar. There we go. Mega Malamar. Like, leading up to, like, the reveal of Mega Malamar, Pokemon went on a whole crazy... Like, they went on a whole crazy ad campaign. Like, they changed the entirety of they changed all their socials to Malamar. I think what was called like Best Friends with Malamar and everything. They had like commercials. They had like it was like a big, like they put all this effort just as a reveal for Malamar, and it was crazy that they went ahead and did that, honestly. But overall, I like Malamar. I absolutely do enjoy Malamar as a Pokemon. Mega Malamar though, I mean, of course, it goes ahead, like, fits in with the theme of it going ahead and being, like, it's Psychic and Dark. First ever for that typing, if I'm not mistaken. Psychic and Dark, and it controls people, it hypnotizes people. So they decide to go ahead and incorporate that once again for its Mega. And they decide to give it a big-ass brain, because, like, it's a super villain, I suppose. Other than that, it's cool. I don't feel like it's the best Mega, though. It could have been better. I honestly thought they were going to turn it right side up. I'm so dead ass because Malamar is a upside down squid. It's really an upside down squid. So I thought they were going to go ahead and turn it right side up and just turn it into like some kind of colossal giant squid. And also, I'm deeply afraid of giant squids. That's actually one of the biggest fears in my life. So kind of glad they didn't do that, but kind of not glad they didn't do that. Help me, which one are we talking about? We're talking about this one right here. Don't worry, I got you. And this is just like a combination of generations for the most part. It's C. It's not D. It doesn't fit with these guys, but it's not, it's not something like, wow, Mega Malamar. Even when I finally saw the reveal for it, I wasn't wowed. It was like, oh, okay, I guess. Now we have, what's his name? Mega Binacle. Mega Binacle is actually, in my opinion, a really good one. I like how it went ahead and just, like, it didn't do too much. It didn't went above and beyond, because Binacle itself already has, like, apparently multiple arms. If, Barbaracle? Binacle, no, Binacle, Barbarical. There we go. Binacle is the pre-evo when it has two faces, and it's fucking barnacles. It's a barnacle Pokemon. Yeah, no problem, bro. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for the raid so much, for real. Binacle itself is, yeah, you know. And then it gets to Barbarical. It's like you read the Dex information. It's like, oh, apparently each of the arm is a different. It's a different Pokemon. It's a different Pokemon, or like it's a different Binacle for the most part. So, like I said, they didn't go above and beyond. They didn't go ahead and change the main ethos or the main concept of Barbarical in the first place. They just decided to go ahead and put some more arms, give it a little more devious face, and I ain't gonna lie, the boss fight for the game, the boss fight for it was pretty cool too. I'm not always gonna include the boss fight for majority of these because then it's just like to be different rankings and shit. But I like it. I like it. I would say it's Z. It's not top of the top, but it's alright. It's definitely alright. B or A though? It's a question. I feel like A. Like I said, it doesn't. They don't do too much. They don't do too much to it, but it's really good for what it does. It stays in its nature, and they also went ahead and changed the typing from rock and water to rock and fighting. So, you know, hey, big ups for whoever the Barbarical fans are. I don't know any. Now, Mega Dragalga. Oh my god. I am so glad I didn't have to see this leak. I am so glad I didn't have to see this leak. And that image does not do it justice. The image does not do it justice. So we're gonna put Mega Dragalga on the big screen. Holy. Oh my god. Mega Dragalga. So, like, not only is the main concept itself, like, that's the regular version of it. It's that it's a seaweed dragon, right? It's like real world seaweed dragon and all that. But then they made it poison. It's a poisonous dragon. And they did it to go ahead and, you know, combat against, like, because fairy types came in Gen 6. So it was like, oh, well, we can't just have all dragons be useless, right? So boom, we're gonna go ahead and make a poison dragon. They did, and they did it so good. Dragalga is a really good design, and so for the fact of this, how they made it even better, they cooked, and not only that, but the Dex itself. What it says, I don't know. That's not the real Dex. This is the real Dex. I'm trying to like get to that. Because I do want to read the real Dex and holy shit. It spits a liquid that causes the regenerative power of cells to run wild. The liquid is deadly poison to everything other than itself. It gives you cancer. It's the poison is cancer. They just toss cancer at you. Mega Dragalga is just tossing cancer at people. That's what it is. That's cancer beam. Cool ass Pokemon. Cool ass design. Z rank. Top of the top. No question about it. ZZ. So we have 3 so far. And I feel like that's justified. We don't need everyone in Z. Mega Hawlucha is another Z rank though. I'll be so honest. Hawlucha itself is already a cool ass Pokemon. With it being, you know, like it's a Luchador. It's literally a Luchador. So like that's why it's like top rope and all that. So that's why it's fighting and flying. And if you are old enough, and I'm pretty sure most of the people here are, probably, who knows, you remember Muchalucha. Such a great show. Such a fun show. I really enjoyed Muchalucha. So I was super glad to see that not only did it take inspiration from that, but like also it's like, come on, it goes crazy into the Luchador aspect. When you think of Luchador, you think of Rey Mysterio. Even if you're not a fan of wrestling, you think of Rey Mysterio. You know about 619 and all that. That's top. That's definitely top right there. It's definitely a Z rank. And I really did enjoy the promotion that I had for it as well. Like, that's one thing I'll definitely say when it came to like the Legend ZA Megas. For the ones that were promoted anyways, they really did some really good work with you know, like their promotion and such. Like when it came to Malamar and how it had like a whole big campaign for it, and like the trailer for Mega Hawlucha was just it fighting the champ. You know, it was losing everything, then it Mega Evolved, and then boom, it started to win. Now for next is Mega Victory Bell. Honestly, it's honestly I wouldn't say D because once again, it's Victory Bell. That's another Pokemon you have to think to yourself, what more could they do? It's a pitcher plant. You get it. It's a pitcher plant. Great. What more can you do for a pitcher plant? I mean, sure, maybe they could have no, because then Vileplume was already as a Rastafalia, right? Rastafalia. So they could have go ahead and go that route and everything. They could have go ahead and make it just like, you know, I guess more intimidating and such. Make it like Victory Bell wasn't really intimidating. It was like, okay, it's there, and remember, it's one of the first gen Pokemon, so it's gotta, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So honestly, I don't know. It's it. It's whatever. I feel like it's not a D. A lot of people hated it though. I won't lie. A lot of people definitely hate it. And I don't blame them. Because they possibly thought, you know, they wanted more. They wanted more of a design. They wanted something to go ahead and really deep into and such. But once again, it's Victory Bell. When's the last time you heard someone say, I need something from Victory Bell? When's the last time you heard anything about Victory Bell? Never. So, see? I feel like, see, I would say the promotion that I had for it though, how they had like, it was kind of like a Ghost Hunters type of thing. His design is low-key dope, really? For Mega Victory Bell? Like I said, it was never too much of an intimidating Pokemon. The only intimidation that really came from it was like the gaping mouth and shit like that. But obviously when it goes ahead and closes it up, then boom. When you think of intimidating, you don't think of Bellsprout. You don't think of Weepinbell, and you definitely don't think of Victory Bell. Yeah, it's definitely holding the poison. Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. But like I'm saying, I absolutely did love like the trailer they had for it, which is kind of like a Ghost Hunters kind of thing, and like they was looking for like some wanted Pokemon and everything, or like yeah, like these rumors and reports, and then just the way that it popped up on the screen, like it was like a horror screen. It was like, because it was just shooting out all this acid everywhere and shit. That was really dope. Hold on, can I bring up that video? I'm pretty sure I can. You just gotta go ahead and watch. Like this is what they did for like, you know, the presentation.
We heard this building gives off a strange scent at night, so we're checking it out. You got permission, right?
Yeah. Let's head in. Huh? It's all melted.
Something smells sweet.
I'll get the door. Anyone home?
Sure is dark in here. It's locked.
Like look at this. Look at this this ominous kind of like the direction they're going with this video. For what reason? For Pokemon, you would think like, why is this happening for Pokemon? So like, just go to show how much different they go ahead and join for, and how much effort they're gonna go ahead and put in these promotional videos for their for some of the Pokemon.
Oh, it's just mirrors.
Looks like a dead end. Wanna head upstairs? Huh? Hold on.
You all right?
That was scary. And the smell keeps getting stronger.
I'm starting to feel dizzy.
The lights are on in that room.
Whoa! Hold on! Wait for me! Here, this way!
Get out of here!
Calm down!
You really made a mess of things.
So of course, you know, they wasn't gonna go like above and beyond. They just were like, oh well, we're just gonna go kill these kids and such. You know, they're not gonna go and do that and everything. But I definitely like the direction they was going for this video. I really did. So unfortunately, though, I still have to put it in C because, it's, you know, it is what it is. But I did enjoy the presentation that they had for it. Really good, and I hope they don't have to do it for every Pokemon, but more of that. We definitely need more of that. Mega Zygarde. Mega Zygarde is not even a Pokemon anymore. Mega Zygarde is a Digimon. And when it really came to Zygarde's 100% form, we was already reaching the kind of lines of it. Yeah, this is kind of like a Digimon. It's not even a Pokemon anymore. But Mega Zygarde itself now it got what, like Nihil Knight. That's like Nihil Light actually. It's a move, and not only that, but it's just a design. Like it turns way more humanoid. It's just. It has a attack cannon. At first, I was like, "Why is that a big ass flint?" But then when I saw like you know the move in game and shit, with it going ahead and turning it into an actual cannon, it's there. I don't feel like. I don't know. I honestly don't know where to put Mega Zygarde. I don't know whether to put him in B or C. I don't feel like C. Nah, C can't be. B or A. I feel like B or A is like more justified. Zygarde, like, it doesn't really go too crazy different compared to, you know, Zygarde itself. So, yeah, I just don't really know. But, let me get a big image for it. Like, this is regular 100%, right? And then, boom. Now we have this guy. Whoa. Glad how we have to go. All right, hurry this up. Come on. There we go. There it is. So like it looks more like a Digimon. It does look like it. Pokemon horror game released when? Imagine. That would be pretty cool for them to actually do that. But we'll have to see like how far they're willing to go with it. Who knows? Maybe we can finally go ahead and get a Pokemon DVD, right? We could probably do that. So I got crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Either A or B. Like I said, it looks like a Digimon. At this point, it's a Digimon. It's not a Pokemon no more. It's a Digimon now. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. Especially since we just played Digimon on this channel. We deadass just played Digimon. I feel like A. And like I said, it doesn't look too different. But it's a transcending above that, and it looks like a Digimon in a good way. It looks like a Digimon in a good way, and you know it's going to show like, yeah, this is like the design ethos of Pokemon now. Like you know we're just gonna go ahead and start reaching over to like other monster hunting genres and such, or monster hunting collecting games. So soon enough we'll be having some kind of designs from SMT, right? I would love that so much. Mega Drampa. Holy shit. Mega Drampa is first Mega that I saw that was not leaked. Automatic Z tier. Automatic Z tier. Holy shit. When I first saw Mega Drampa, I was shocked at how they could go ahead and make that dragon so cool. Drampa itself is like a regular dragon, right? First normal dragon, because they decided to want to go ahead and put normal dragon to sort of, they want to attach that just as a topic for some dumb reason, I guess. But like it's old and all that. That's like the whole reasoning of it, everything. Like like Dexo is an old dragon and all that, blah blah blah. But apparently, when it turns into Mega, it gets energy and it turns its cell into the more youthful state. And that's what it looks like apparently in its youthful state. I suppose And I'm pretty sure, like, you know, like way before he got domesticated, not domesticated, but you know what I mean, like old times, like ancient times of Pokemon and shit. So I really do fuck with that a lot. However, I'll say this right now. I am not the biggest fan of Mega because some of these right here, some of these definitely could have been. Actually, I wouldn't say this. Honestly, I'll say like him. Mega Barbaracle definitely could have been an evolution for Barbaracle. Honestly, I truly do think so. I truly believe that Drampa, it didn't have to be an evolution for it, but it could have been a form change. I would appreciate it as a form change. And sure, you know, we could go and say Mega Forms is a form change, but it takes a held item and shit like that. And it's like, once again, I don't know what Nintendo is tending to do, but and Game Freak is tending to do. But I'm pretty sure Mega's gonna be gonna stand. They're gonna be standing within the games for the most part, so they're gonna be there. So, still, nonetheless, this is such a cool ass design. Mega Phalanx. I love Phalanx as a Pokemon. I absolutely do. And I love the fact that they're also in Pokemon Unite. I love using them. I just love them in general. Just like it's a fighting Pokemon based on like a Roman formation and shit. It's so cool. It honestly is so cool. And you know, I really do love when there's an aspect of multi Pokemon as well, like Executor. And so like when Phalanx had it itself, I was like, first time seeing this sort of shit, I was like, holy shit, this is so cool. And then I always had ideas of like, how could they go ahead and combine themselves together? And the best thing they got for the Mega was that they go ahead and just combine each other like they're a Megazord. Like it's not even like a real fusion. It's like a Megazord. Like they're going ahead and using the different Phalanx, and the leader is just the headpiece. Let me go ahead and get a better picture of it too, because there's actually some good details I want to go ahead and show as well with it. Like this was the leak thing for it, right? That's like what people based thought they was gonna be. And you know, many people are not off the mark on it. Honestly though, I'll be honest, and I know I'm probably the only person who has ever, I'm not the only person who ever played the game, but out of here, I'm pretty sure I'm the only person who knows about it. If anyone knows about Tokobots, that's why I am such a fan of Phalanx, because when I've seen Phalanx, it reminds me of Tokobots. This PlayStation 2 game that almost no one really knows about, and I really fuck with it a lot. And the combination forms that they had, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for Phalanx to go ahead and just have something like this. This game is alright. It's not a great game. It's an alright game. It's really just it's an action adventure game, honestly, but it's really cool. Ew, what's up, Star? My top #1 fan. But what I want to go to point to even more as well is like, if you see the Phalanx that's on top of the legs, holding up the main body, like come on, look at the texture design, like it's struggling to go hold that up. This is cool. I like it. Would I say it's a Z? That's a good question though. I don't feel like it's a Z. Maybe. I feel like it's more to A. I don't think it belongs in Z. I absolutely love how it looks and how, you know, the inspiration for, like, you know, I know it's not inspired by Tokobots, but just the way like it comes together like Tokobots. Fuck. I don't know. A or Z? A or Z? That's a real good question. I feel like it could definitely be between both. Like same thing with Zygarde. It could be A, it could be Z. On a good day, it could be Z. On a regular day, it could be A. Hop Hip is crazy. And also, so that's the final tier list for the Megas and ZA. We're not done though. We're not done, because I know you've probably seen all this and everything. We're going through the shinies as well. We're going through the shinies as well. I have to go to the shinies, because the shinies go ahead and make a big difference. And you know what we're gonna start off with? We're gonna start off with Mega Dragonite. when everyone thought we Dragonite, you know, we have like, why isn't Dragonite shiny blue like Dragonair and all that? Why is it not representing its old forms and such? Why is it just green out of nowhere? Why does it look like that? And the biggest fear that everyone had was when Mega Dragonite was showed, was like, oh my god, it's gonna be another fucking puke green. But they did their work. They did justice, and they gave shiny Dragonite, shiny Mega Dragonite, the blue color it deserves, so that it looks more in line with everyone. So boom, it is definitely Z tier. This is just green. This is terrible. This is Chandelure, the same thing. It's the same. We're putting it C. This is also the same. It's going to C as well. Nothing too crazy. This is barely minimal, but at the same time, Clefable shiny is also minimal because it's just a lighter color, and you know, like the tips are green and everything. So C as well. We're gonna speed through this. Mega Delphox, once again, same color, nothing too crazy and such. Mega Jogralga, now that's a good shiny. That's a real good shiny. Honestly, I'll definitely have to say we're putting it in B tier. Vega Drampa, what is Drampa shiny? I don't even remember. I think shiny Drampa is just yellow, right? Nope, it's not, because it's brown. So they went ahead and made it even more diverse. So I like that. So I feel like it belongs to B as well. Mega Electros, honestly, I don't know. It's okay. Ain't anything too crazy. Mega Emboar, it's just blue, so same old, nothing too crazy. Yeah, this is bad. This is also the same color as Mega Phalanx, or regular Phalanx, so I don't know. I was never a fan of like the whole brown. I don't know why they decided to go do that. I feel like if they had the shiny as in silver to go ahead and represent Rome even more, you know, I feel like that would have been better, right? So it's C. Mega Feraligatr, yeah, it's just a blue toilet lid. Mega, you get the shit out of my face. Like the same thing, when it comes to shiny Frostlass, the only thing that changes like is the bow on the Yukiona. Or not the Yukiona, or I guess the Yukata, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's not the name for it. It could be the kimono. I'm pretty sure it's kimono, right? Boom. So it's nothing too crazy. It's just black, but you know. Actually, wasn't it shiny Greninja dark blue, so they made it black? You know how the fans get when they see a black shiny, right? So we're just putting it to B just because, you know, it's a black shiny. Mega Hawlucha, it'd be tier. Mega, it just gets a piss brain. Yeah. Honestly, I have to say it's I ain't gonna lie. Like, I guess those, like, you know, the little squirrel colors go ahead and change in the format. Holy shit, this belongs in Mega Starmie tier, but we can't put that, so it belongs in B. I don't know what they were trying to go ahead and do with this. It don't fit. It's just white now. The kanji is just yellow and white and everything. Oh my god. See? I feel like it's a little better. The shiny is better. I feel like they could have done a little better when it came to Mega Scrafty shiny instead of just going ahead and making it purple. I don't know. They could have done something. Anything. Could have done anything. Not just that color though. So, meh. Listen. If they gave Skarmory's shiny color its regular color, I have no idea why they decided to go ahead and turn it yellow, and made the shiny gold as the, you know, the regular color, not the regular color, but as a shiny color, and they made the shiny color the regular color. That would have been so much better. Holy shit. Although I feel like I still would have put it at B because it's still the same regardless of color, but I love the shiny way more than I like the regular form. Mega Starmie. Nothing too different here, and now we got Minty White Zygarde. I always liked the Minty White versions that they had for Xerneas, Yveltal, and the Zygarde, so yeah. I feel like it's B. And that's it. We're done now. This is the full tier list. We already had the mega tier list for the ZA, and I did for the shinies as well. I was thinking about doing the tier list for all the megas in general, but I don't want to do that, honestly. I ain't trying to do all that. So that's